Hey, how's it going? I'm going to show you how to play the song Car Wash, which is a really crazy good disco song. It's a massive hit. I guarantee your grandparents would have got down on the dance floor to this one. Anyway, Car Wash is a little bit tricky for the drums and percussion because it's based around a clapping part which you hear at the start of the song, and it's really deceptive. When you hear the clap, everyone thinks that first clap is on beat 1 of the song, but it's not. It's on beat 2. Now you'll see on the chart that I've sent through how the first 2 bars work. Now that's a cycle that keeps going. The first 2 bars of clapping keep going around and around and around until you get to the first verse. So really slowly, this is how the clapping pattern goes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So a bit faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and. Now it's really hard to do a good clap, so I thought I'd take a second to show you how to do a really awesome clap. Everyone should know how to do it. So what you want to do is when you clap, you don't put your hands together so they meet perfectly. You want to have whatever your dominant hand is, that's the one that's going to move, the other one's going to be stationary. Now, I'm going to bring the fingers of my dominant hand so that it connects with the palm of my left hand. So it's fingers to palm, and if you make your palm a little bit cupped, you'll get a nice pop. And that's really what you want, because the clap has to cut through a whole band. So it's a bit of a skill. Now once you've done the first 2 bars around and around for the intro, the clapping part for the rest of the song is really simple. It's just on beats 2 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that just reinforces the backbeat, the snare drum for the song. So this song is really interesting because from the clapping, it layers up the drums before the full groove hits. So after the clapping, the next thing you hear is the bass drum. Now this would sound awesome on a big concert bass drum, but it would also sound really good just on the drum kit. So whatever you want to do, give this a go. It's another syncopated rhythm, and that is, it's not on beat 1, it's on beats 2 and beats 4, much like the clapping once you get going. So you'll hear it kick in, you'll hear it go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and with the clapping it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's pretty awesome. You can hear how they sync up together. Now next, you'll hear the hi-hats come in, and what the hi-hats do, they play a really typical disco groove. In fact, I think the hi-hat part is what really defines if a song is disco or not. Now, what the drummer does is he or she is closing the hi-hats, in other words, putting the foot down on the beats, on the chord note, on 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the and, they're hitting it with the stick. Now really, I've written it there so you can see what's going on. The first beat 1, should be a rest, but if you're going to practice it and get it good, you'd want to just do the second bar, which is foot, stick, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now that's not all, that's the rhythm. But the tone of the hi-hats is really interesting because it's a little, the cymbals bang together a bit and make a fizzy sound when you open them, because that's essentially what you're doing with your foot. So it sounds more like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. pretty cool. So that hi-hat pattern continues on to the full groove. When they hit the verse onwards, it's the full groove, which is, it's pretty simple. If you're a drummer, you could probably look at this and figure it out. The cool part about it is the bass drum. It's 4 on the floor. In other words, 1 bass drum per quarter note, but in the second bar, it goes 3 and 4 and. Now, it does that, the 3 and 4 and, because it ties in with the bass guitar. Ding, 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 ding. So this is what the groove sounds like. You'll see that it's got the opens in there, but I'll do it without the opens. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now, it's a bit of a trick to get the opens in there when you're doing it. So I'll do it a bit slowly so you can kind of hear it. The cool thing is, I forgot to mention this, when you do 4 on the floor with the bass drum and you're doing the opens, these disco opens, what ends up happening is your feet are going down together on the same beat. It's pretty cool. It's like this. So it's a real trick to put it all together, but if the opening is driving you nuts, don't do it. Totally cool, just get the main groove going. If you were doing this in a concert band situation and you had a bass drum player, awesome, then you can just play the bass drum part and doom, doom, doom. It'll be heaps of fun because you'd provide the whole band with the pulse. If you were just doing the snare drum, that's great because it ties in with the hand claps. It's a really cool little combo. The next and the final part of the song that's worth mentioning is the trickiest part by far, and that's the bridge section. And that's the bit where they go din din din, boom boom, I get to car wash today, whatever it is. I'm not going to sing. That point, the drums really change what they do. The drummer moves to the ride cymbal. And with the rhythm, there's a little, it's a really cool rhythm at the start of every 2 bars that goes dun dun dun. The whole band does it, and the drums do it too, and it's on a crash cymbal with a bass drum. Bang, bang, bang. Then the drummer changes right back to the ride cymbal and plays the beat. You can see what's written there, and the rhythm is 1 and A2 and. That time might be a bit confusing, but that's what the hits are on. 1 and A2 and. So this is what the main groove, the first 2 bars sounds like, and I'll just play it all on my ride cymbal here. I threw in a couple of little extra notes just because it's fun. That's the main groove. If you did it all on the ride without hitting crashes, that would still be fine. You'll see in the very last bar of the bridge, which is weird because it's a 7-bar bridge, you can see a little snare drum and bass drum figure. Goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. The whole band plays it. It's called a tutti rhythm, which I'm sure you've heard of. But it's really awesome. It's a bit of a call and response as well, because no one in the band plays that bass drum part except for the bass drum. So it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you're back into the main groove of the song. Da 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 boom boom da 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 dun dun dun. It all ties in together. There's nothing in this song that the drums and the percussion, which is the claps, there's nothing that they do that distracts the song. They just add to the groove of the song, so it's really, really clever. There are a couple of stops in the song right before each verse. So with those stops, it's not a big deal. You just hit beat 1. And then you're back in on the next beat 1. And if you're allowed to get away with a bit of a fill, then you do the fill. But try all of these parts with the song on YouTube. On YouTube, you can slow it down in the settings. So if you need to do that, go into the settings, change speed. I think it's customize speed, and then maybe put it at 90% or 0.9%, whatever it is. Anyway, good luck with that. Car wash is awesome. It's really tricky, but once you've got it, you'll have it for life. So have fun.